Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Curious Currents, the marine biology podcast where two curious minds learn about the wonders and the weirdos of the ocean together. And today is our finale episode for the Miniature Marvels series, so we thought as something different we would do a Q&A for you guys. We've had a few questions come into our inbox and in person, so we thought we'll answer them on a little roundup minisode to round up the season.
And to be completely transparent with you guys, most of those came through our inbox through violent threats to our loved ones and family members. It will be a little bit different because I'll kind of do most of the talking and, well, I'll still be asking the questions, but it's questions that have been sent into us, / threatened and received from friends. We'll get started. So, a few things. Now, I will also say, and Emily doesn't know what it is yet, but I've come up with a surprise round afterwards that she has no idea what it is. She just knows that it will happen at the end. I'm very excited.
So for everyone, we've done a few animals. So just to recap what we learned this season, we've talked about the sea slugs, who are the little kleptomaniacs that steal...
they steal powers.
They steal their poison, they steal their stinging cells from other animals. We talked about the blue-ringed octopus. Makes its own poison.
Stabby.
Mm-hmm. The seahorses can't swim.
the disgust in your voice over can't swim.
The mantis shrimp with the powerful punch. Don't mess with him.
They're, I think, one of my favorites, but we'll get into that later.
And the frogfish, who likes to walk instead of swim.
And it seems to, well, I was about to say a common theme, but 2 out of 5 is not common. In fact, it's the least common out of it. Alright, so the first question that we have is from Sarah. Alright, Sarah wants to know, how do things that eat the blue-ringed octopus not die? Wow. What eats them, and is it the slugs?
It is not the slugs, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Different things eat them. So some of their predators are moray eels, some seabirds, sharks, dolphins, and larger reef fish. And they're able to eat them without being poisoned from the tetrodotoxin because they're just adapted to be immune to it, basically.
It's basically like things around it have just grown used to them and will eat them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, the next one is a little bit of a weird one. My pal Tim, I was telling Tim about the slugs, and he was like, oh, have you looked at this guy? And he sent us in a photo, which we will post with this episode as well. I'll show Emily the photo. That's this guy right here.
Yes. So he's blue and looks kind of fancy.
Spiky.
Yeah.
He is really, really cool.
Yeah.
He's Tim got really excited. He's like, this guy's mad.
Well, that is the blue dragon sea slug, or Glaucus atlanticus. And it's actually the most venomous sea slug that you can get because it steals the stinging cells from the Portuguese Man O War. Don't know if you know the Man O War.
I know the boat named Man O War, from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. #gamergirl.
These Man O Wars they look like jellyfish, but they're not jellyfish. They're a colony of other organisms that make up something that looks like a jellyfish, but it's very venomous.
Oh.
And they have these really long tentacles that go on for miles something. Maybe not miles, maybe meters is the word I'm looking for. Meters, they go
Measurements
on for
are not her strong suit.
They have these really long tentacles that go on for meters.
Portuguese Man of War. Wait, they're not just one animal, or is that just one?
No, it's a colony of microorganisms that make up the different parts of it. So the top sail bit that you can see is one set of organisms. The tentacles are a totally different set of organisms. They just work together and form a colony.
So they're different animals, basically, that have all just kind of been hey, we'll live together symbiotically or parasitically.
How humans have symbiotically. It's how humans have gut bacteria. They just live in us and they're kind of a part of us, but also different. But a sting from one of those is very painful. Oh. So that's why these guys are so the little sea slug guy is so vicious because he takes those.
Can you find those in the UK?
Yes, you can. They sometimes wash up on beaches in like Cornwall and stuff, which is pretty terrifying.
That is pretty terrifying.
But it's not super common that you find them in the UK. I wouldn't worry about them on your next beach holiday. But...
especially if you're not especially if you're in Scotland.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's another thing we should.
Oh yeah, we'll do like a whole.
Yeah. I feel like every time I talk to you about stuff, it's we should do that. Okay, so we've identified Tim Slug. We've answered Sarah's question, and now we're on to Ellie's question. Ellie, as asked, are you going to cover semi-marine animals? Now, I'm not going to lie. I had a clue what she was talking about because I was thinking of that one word. Like, is it like all one word? Semi-marine animals. And I was like, I wasn't breaking them up. And then she went, like seals. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think she's talking about like animals that spend the majority of their time in the ocean, but they're not confined to it.
Yeah.
Which, we will cover. Polar bears also come under marine mammals.
Do they actually?
Yeah, because they spend so much of their time. And I actually last night went to show by BBC Camera wildlife documentary maker, and he filmed a polar bear, and when it zooms out from the polar bear, it's like in the middle of the ocean. It's not like just around the edges to catch fish. It swam like right into the middle.
They wash up like, so obviously they're in the Arctic. Right? Yeah, Arctic. One of them is bear. One of them is literally translates to bear and no bear. Did you know that?
No.
Antarctica and what's the other one? What's the south one?
Antarctica is the south. Arctic is the north.
Arctic and Antarctica is bear, no bear.
What?
Yeah. So various ways of either being on a ice shelf that's kind of broken away, or like resting on it, or just, I don't think they swim all the way. Either way, they've ended up in Iceland quite a lot. However, because they end up in the areas where it's quite populated, they keep trying to like stop them before they get to a town, before they get too far like close to people, and like to rehome them to go back to Antarctica. But they keep going near the town, so like no bears made it off Iceland ever. They just kill them all the time. Not like all the time, but I went to a museum while I was there, and they had this like map that had like tons of these red dots from since they started counting. Can I tell you my other favorite bear fact? So there's this one albino, I don't know if it's a grizzly. I think it might be a grizzly because black bears are quite small, and like brown bears can actually be quite blonde. But there's this one albino bear that people keep rehoming in the Arctic, and then the other people who've like tagged him and know he's not supposed to be up there keep having to go and bring him back. I think it's Canadian, and they keep bringing him and shipping him off to like the North Alaska and stuff.
Because they think he's a polar bear.
Because they think he's a polar bear that's gone too far south. And they genuinely think he's like, they think he's a polar bear because he's white, and they keep shipping him back, and they keep having to go and get him because obviously he's not made for
there,
it.
Yeah. That's so he sin, man. Poor guy.
Poor little man. All right, so yeah, I really hope you keep that in. They're my two favorite bear facts.
Yeah, we'll cover polar bears. We'll cover seals.
Nice.
Sea lions, walruses. We can do a seabirds one if people are interested in seabirds.
Oh, but do you know what I was? I went to Tenerife, and I saw tons of dolphins. Like schools.
Dolphins are pilot
with pods,
whales.
huh?
Dolphins are pilot whales, or both.
So that's the thing, both. So I saw dolphins, and like tons of pods of dolphins, like they were huge as well. In Ireland, you always see like 2 or 3 come up by the boat or whatever, and it's lovely. But there was like, oh my god, there's like 10 there. A little bit further on the boat, another 10, and we're like, Jesus. And then also, I can't remember the name. He used not the name we would call it, definitely, because I didn't recognize it. Not that I'm like super good at recognizing them. It was a whale. So we saw like the whale come up, like it. To be fair, my untrained eye was like, that's a big ass dolphin.
Yeah, the pilot whales look like big ass dolphins.
So it was only for the captain saying, that was a whale,
Mm-hmm.
did we go, ooh! And then we also saw, which I think actually might have been the coolest thing I saw, because I have seen dolphins before, a flying fish. We saw like 3 or 4 flying fish. Those fuckers fly. I don't know if you know this, but they flying fish fly. And it's not even like they like pop up and like drift back down. They fly across it's like a little dragonfly.
Yeah.
But a fish.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Crazy. We'll cover them as well.
Yeah. My question, and it's mostly because I realised that I had this lamp. I have a little axolotl lamp, and I was wondering if you were going to tell me more about them at some point.
Yeah, we can do more about them.
Excellent.
They're very cute.
They are very cute. I have a very cute lamp. It's a little, like, soft touch, squidgy lamp. It's good.
It's very cute. They can regrow their gills, like the little
pokey
bits.
Spoilers!
Sorry. Keep it contained.
Alright, and one of the last questions is, what was our favourite animal?
For sure, mine was the mantis shrimp.
Oh, same. Can we have the same answer?
Yeah.
Sick.
I just really vibe with his anger.
Yeah.
Like, they can
Does
boil
that say a lot of things about us?
Maybe. We work in customer service.
Yeah.
He can boil the water with just a punch. Crazy.
I do like mighty but small. I see why you latch on to that.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the section where Emily has no idea what I'm going to ask her. And she's looking at me real nervously. You may have noticed that Emily is quite well prepared and I am following along. So I have come up with this in, not gonna lie, the last 10 minutes. Now, we've done slug, frogfish, mantis shrimp, blue-ringed octopus, and seahorse. I want to go through each of these, the vibe that we get from each of these animals.
Okay.
Picking a character that aligns with the vibe of the animal. And I'll start us off. Mantis shrimp, right? Now I feel really bad because I can't remember the name of this. Right, but I think it's like Luigi's tires from Cars. You know, the small one that doesn't speak, but like everyone's like, oh, tiny little shrimp guy. And then he blows them away with his skill and like ferocity and a little bit of anger in there. I think he's the closest aligned to the mantis shrimp. So like the angry little shrimp is the small little mechanic from Cars.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it. I'm with you now.
Okay.
I'm thinking of like smashing things and like the anger, so maybe Wreck-It Ralph. But when he's in the video game and he's smashing everything. Not when he's nice.
Wreck-It! Fair. I'll give you that one. Slug.
I'm thinking my train of thought is going around stealing things.
Yeah.
So you know what's the Swiper from Dora the Explorer. Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper.
That's how I get it, because they steal everything.
Well, that's a really good one. When you say that, I think when you think of the stealing, the kleptomaniac thing, you think like I thought when you said that, the burglar from Sims.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with my original answer and go Shaun the Sheep because of that green leaf sheep one.
You're gonna get a pet leaf sheep in your house.
Honestly? Yeah. I moved this month and you know what? Okay, so that's the sea slug. We have seahorse.
For me, I'm thinking of like the little snout that they have and the fact that they suck in food really fast, and for whatever reason it's making me think of Pingu.
That is funny. So for the seahorse, with your like doofus glaze on it, and is it derision? Is that the word I'm looking for? Your distaste of their lack of ability to swim has made me think they're like a bit more of a slow character. And that made me think of the two sheep in Brother Bear, where they're like fighting the echoes. Hello?
Or like the sloth from Zootopia who moves at like such a glacial pace.
Oh.
And he's like, have you seen it?
Yeah, I have.
And he's like stamping the farm like.
But he's really fast when he's in the car. And he's really smart, so no. Rejected. Next up, blue ringed octopus. Shiva from Kim Possible. Is it Shiva?
Oh no, it's Shago.
No, but her. Not him.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe him.
It's Shago.
It's Shago?
Her.
Yeah.
Sexy little green number.
Yeah. I feel like deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deadly, but like pretty.
Maybe Puss in Boots. He doesn't really want to be bothered, but he will kill if he's paid, but he doesn't really want to be bothered.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Going for that badassery effect as well.
Yeah.
You're just like...
Small, but will kill you.
Small but feisty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last, but certainly not least, the frogfish.
You know the Hoover from Teletubbies? That's it. I know it's not a cartoon, but
that's fine.
That's what's in my head.
Why?
Because it's like square and stout and then it sucks things in. So I just imagine a Hoover and then the Hoover from Teletubbies.
Okay. I think I have one. It is a little bit of a stretch though. Yeah, it's a massive stretch. But it's basically because, like, you know the way they walk on their front fins? I kind of like associated those with arms, I guess, instead of feet. So I was thinking like Geodude, the Pokemon, that like he walks along his arms and stuff. And I don't think I can get that out of my head enough to think of a different thing. On another note for today, I'd also like to apologize for any background noise. We've moved location today and we're recording at my place instead. However, my place is full of people who are all moving out, which means there's been a lot of banging and moving and talking and everything outside the room that we're in, and I'm not entirely certain whether or not, especially at the start, we may have picked it up a little bit. So, sorry about that, and sorry to Emily who has to, edit around it.
But yeah, thank you for listening to this quickfire mini episode to round up our Miniature Marvels series. We hope you enjoyed the series and learned something cool about them. Next week we'll be starting our Cephalopod series. Slightly different format because we'll be doing a deep dive more into just the
Is that because they're in the deep ocean? I'm going to make that joke every time. Every time.
We'll be looking into their camouflage abilities. We'll be looking into what makes them so unique and alien-like. We'll be comparing octopuses and squids. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
I'm actually really excited to find out more about them because it's one of the, those kind of like core memories you have. One of my core memories from when I was way younger is like watching a documentary about how it was really difficult to catch a live squid because every time they'd like reel one in, the other squid would start eating it.
The Humboldt squid. It's the Humboldt squid. They're my favourite ones.
Okay. Like I said, vaguely remember.
It's for sure the Humboldt.
Okay, well, I'm very excited that you know about it because you'll actually be able to tell me what it is.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed the Miniature Marvels series, and we will see you next time in our Cephalopod series. Thanks so much, guys. Like, comment, share, all that
Send
jazz.
any questions or anything that you might have to our Instagram, which we will tag.
We'll do this at the end of every series. We'll do a quick roundup. We'll answer all your questions, so keep them coming throughout the weeks.
Please.
And
so
we'll
we don't have to
answer
threaten
more.
our family members again.
But yeah, stay curious.
Bye.